Hello guys, it's Unders, and in this video I'm going to show you a few of the things that might lead you to think why you can't hear audio in FL Studio 20. Just a couple of the troubleshooting things that pop up every now and then.
Keep it real, I'm independent, I don't need no deal. I'm jaws on the beat, I got flow that kills. Do my thing with a few G's, Lauryn Hill.
So one of the most simple tests is just to see if everything is set up correctly. Just go over to your sample library. If you keep it over here on the left like me, grab any old sample and just click. We should instantly get playback. And what's important is we should see it in the current and the master over here. And this is going to be one of the first places to look. If we're not getting anything in the meters over here and we're not getting output, let's make sure we select master. And over here in the bottom right hand corner, we want to make sure that the outputs are going to the right place. So as you can see, mine says output 1 and 2, and that is output 1 and 2 of my audio interface. You might click in here and find there's other options, or for some reason it might say none. Now, while recording the video, I have to send it via something called Capto. So we've got the Capto device, stereo, output 1 and 2, and that is where the audio is then going for me to be able to hear it and capture it in this case. If it somehow jumped onto none or onto another output, you might not be able to hear it. That's one of the first places to check. Another simple test, just drop a bit of audio in here, and when you hit spacebar, I want to make sure that we've got the playhead going over here. Really simple thing that you might get tricked into is you can switch FL into pattern mode or song mode. If I tap L, I can now press spacebar, but nothing's going to play back. Even though the clock at the top is running, it seems like playback's happening, but it's because we're in pattern mode and we've only got audio available in our playlist, so nothing's playing back. If we just press L, it's going to put us back in song mode and we'll be able to hear what we've got in the playlist in front of us. Now, if it's neither of those two things, well, we need to dive a little bit deeper. So let's go into options. We're going to go into audio settings, and in audio settings, we need to have our device set up. Now, like I said, I'm recording a video for you, so I have to route my audio a little bit differently. So it's going to something called Capto device at the minute. Usually, however, in this drop-down menu, I've got a few options, and I would usually have it going via the Universal Audio Thunderbolt, which is my audio interface. And that's what you need to look for. You need to make sure your audio interface is selected and everything is then correctly routed out. It is possible that it's going to be named something different, like mine, where it's named Capto to route it to somewhere else. You might be using ASIO for all, ASIO for all, which is a universally used audio routing system and common to use in FL Studio. If all of those things are in fact then selected and everything seems right and we still have no audio, well, there's one more thing to check. Now, this varies if you're on Mac or Windows. I'm on a Mac here, so I can't show you the Windows option, but you'd need to go to your audio options. Now, on a Mac, I can do that up here in the top right-hand corner. I can click the little speaker icon here, and I can make sure that the final output is going to the right place. And here it's still Capto 2 device, which is why we can hear our audio. If I was to try and switch this at the moment to Universal, I'm unable to do that. Because everything's linked up in FL Studio, it is going to the right place. You might have to close FL Studio and change your final output and then reopen it. As you can see, I've got multiple ways that I could be outputting audio here. So we have to have it selected on the right one, and we might be getting no audio output if it was in the wrong place. If we go into sound preferences, and this is pretty much the same on Windows as well. Some of your interfaces will have multiple outputs as well. And those guys are the most common ways that you'll not be able to get your audio out of FL Studio. Hopefully one of those has resolved your problem, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next video.